welcome to Virtual CB1A, and for another discussion in the subject Principles of Teaching Mathematics, we are going to discuss this diagram, knowledge and skill components of mathematics teaching. So if you will take notice, the foundation is here in the largest part of our diagram and also in the center. So a mathematics teacher should have mathematical content knowledge. And around it are three other components. And these are mathematical pedagogical knowledge, mathematical disposition and professional development, and general pedagogy and management skills. So, vision of a fully competent mathematics teacher. A fully competent mathematics teacher possesses a strong mathematical content knowledge. So, kaya ang kinukuha nating teacher ay yung knowledgeable sa mathematics, unlike on other disciplines where uh, a teacher can teach subjects that are not his or her major. For example, teacher ng English, nagtuturo rin ng values, or teacher ng Filipino, nagtuturo rin ng history. So dito, iba. If you are going to teach mathematics, then you have to have a degree in mathematics. So, unahin natin si mathematics content knowledge, yung anchor nila dun sa gitna. So, this refers to mathematics teachers' knowledge of, understanding of, and competencies in the contents of mathematics. All the other three, yung nasa paligid niya, will not be achieved if the foundation is empty. So, kung hindi ka graduate ng or hindi ka nakapag-obtain ng degree sa mathematics, it is quite impossible to develop the other three. Yung pedagogical knowledge, mathematical pedagogical knowledge, general pedagogical knowledge. Itong general pedagogical knowledge, actually, this can be obtained from other sources outside of mathematics. Mamaya natin siya i-discuss. And then, classroom management skills. So, unahin natin yung mathematical pedagogical knowledge. So, this refers to mathematics teachers' understanding and use of teaching approaches, learning theories, assessment principles, and modalities particular to mathematics. Yung mga proven theories and learning techniques on how to introduce problems in mathematics and teach steps or procedures in solving problems mathematically. Dito yun papasok. General pedagogical knowledge. So this refers to mathematics teachers' understanding and use of teaching approaches, learning theories, and modalities in general context and environments. Ito yung mga principles and theories that you also learn from your other educational or professional education subjects, yung mga tinitake nyo dun sa ibang teachers na hindi math teachers. So, pag tinuturuan kayo kung paano mag-develop ng lesson plan, tinuturuan kayo kung paano mag-arrange ng content ng ituturo nyo for a certain day, pag tinuturuan kayo kung ano yung pinakang effective na method of teaching. For example, use of visual aids, use of manipulatives, yung mga ganon, outside mathematics. So, dito yun papasok. Now we have classroom management skills. So this refers to mathematics teachers' approaches in providing for a favorable environment for student learning, which includes organizing the physical setup, providing learning at alternative modalities, and modes for learning. Modes for learning, and the use of equipment, tools, kits, gadgets, and facilities needed to effectively teach mathematics. Now, let's talk about mathematical disposition. So, ano yung mathematical disposition? When we say disposition, it has something to do with attitude. So, this refers to mathematics teachers' ability to make decisions for themselves that would impact on students' learning and on their own professional development. So it includes mathematics teachers' beliefs and attitudes, their inclination to use mathematics, and their willingness to reach out to others. So a good mathematical disposition should always consider the learning of their students, or should always be able to adjust according to the needs of the students. Now, professional development. This refers to mathematics teachers' level of advancement in the teaching profession beyond the minimum required degree and licensure for employment. So, as well as their involvement in research and production of learning support materials. So, this is the willingness of teacher to acquire more knowledge that will serve beneficial in her field of teaching. Now we have levels of teachers' growth and development. So, to assist mathematics teachers in their pursuit of excellence and perfection in their profession, the framework provides a continuum of development mapping out the levels of growth that teachers would achieve in their profession. There are 4 levels, and each is described below. So, pag novice, so this refers to a mathematics teacher who had just finished and required tertiary education degree and had passed the licensure examination for teachers and other requirements. So right now, you are not even in this level. Malapit na. Kasi in a year, you will be able to acquire your degree, and hopefully, you will be able to pass the licensure examination for teachers. So when you first enter the practice, you will be considered a novice. So this also refers to an individual who has a different profession but had just shifted careers to teach mathematics. So a novice teacher is also someone who may have a tertiary education degree different from the required degree but should have fulfilled the requirements equivalent to the required tertiary degree and has passed the LET or is at least on the way to acquiring the required license to teach. His or her content knowledge may be weak. Okay lang yon pag nagsisimula. uh, you will acquire more knowledge, and you will notice that when you are already in the field, pag nagturo na kayo, there are a lot of things that you didn't learn during your years in college na matututunan nyo kung paano gawin pag kayo na yung nagtuturo. This is true lalo na dun sa sitwasyon natin ngayon. I have a lot of things that should have been able to transfer to you, but because of time constraints, um, distance constraints, ayan, maraming mga conditions na hindi natin na achieve because of our setup. But hopefully, when you are already in the field as a novice, you will be able to strengthen your mathematical knowledge even more. Ang math naman, paulit-ulit lang yan. Once you have a good foundation, lalo na sa algebra, pag alam mo ang PEMDAS, pag alam mo ang kung paano maghanap ng unknown value, you will be able to take on a lot of, you will be able to take on more advanced subjects. Sabi ko nga, ang math ay practice lang. Lagi lang yung paulit-ulit na practice. You will learn a lot when you are in the practice or when you are in the field already. So beyond this, the novice teacher sticks to a certain formula in teaching and therefore lacks depth and is quite inflexible. So the person is basically inexperienced in many aspects of teaching and handling a mathematics class. So that is what you call that is what you call a person who is new in the field. They are novices. Emerging. Ayan. So, medyo tumagal na dun sa field. This refers to a mathematics teacher who possesses better qualities than the novice teacher and shows promise in the mathematics teaching profession. So, the teacher's strong mathematical foundation is apparent in the kinds of materials used in teaching. The teacher more or less knows which pedagogy and teaching strategies are effective for certain groups of students and practices this. So, ito yung medyo may investment na when it comes to teaching. You already know how to present a subject na naituro nyo the previous year or years, and then improve your method of teaching. So, pagka alam mo na hindi ko to pwede ituro kaagad kasi probably hindi nila alam kung paano ito gawin because there are a lot of things that were not taught to them back when they were in high school or sa mga prerequisite subjects nila. This always happens based on my personal experience. Pag magtuturo ka ng mga first year sa college, you cannot assume na alam na nila yung isang isang area or isang topic. Kasi probably babalikan mo na naman yung mga pang elementary, yes. Babalik ka sa mga mathematical topics or mathematic topics na dapat alam na nila no elementary. This is a problem in the Philippine classroom. Sobrang visible to sa mathematics. Dun sa ibang subject, hindi masyado eh. Sa science, medyo ano rin. Kasi science and math, they are interrelated. They are very closely knitted. Pero pag math, grabe. Kitang-kita mo kung ano yung hindi natutunan the previous year or the previous years. Kasi sa math, para yung stair, para yung hagdan. Hindi ka makakakit sa taas kung meron kang mga nilalampasan. Okay lang sana lumakdang eh. Kasi kaya mo siya nilalakdangan or kaya meron ka mga steps na hindi tinatapakan kasi alam mo na yon or alam mo na kaya mong ma-reach yung susunod na step without getting through a certain part. Kasi nga repetitive naman ang math. Possibly yung mga inaral mo na before, babalikan mo ulit. Kasama ulit siya sa content ng ituturo sa'yo pagdating sa mas matataas na level. So, pwede mo silang lakdangan. Okay lang. Pero kung sobrang laki nung gap dun sa stair or sobrang laki nung gap dun sa hagdan na hindi mo madadaanan o hindi madadaanan ng estudyante, hindi talaga siya makakaakyat. Kung halimbawa, 5 steps na, yung hindi niya alam kung paano gawin or kung paano sagutin, hindi na siya makaka-move pataas. So, kaya ang daming bata na naiiwan sa baba. So, ang gagawin ng mathematics teacher, hindi pwede na ihahatid niya ulit sa taas yung mga may alam or yung mga may kaya. Kailangan niyang pag-intayin yung mga may alam na, tapos susunduin niya yung mga walang alam dun sa baba, yung mga hindi makakayat. So, yun yung reality ng teaching ng mathematics dito sa Pilipinas. Meron kasi tayong idea na bawal magbagsak. That is true. I've experienced it a lot of times. I failed a lot of students because I know that they are incompetent, but their grades were altered. I don't know kung paano sila nakarating ng college na hindi pumasa sa akin. And that is a very big problem. We are only passing the problems to the next teacher, which is wrong. Hopefully, when you are already in the field, when you are already teaching, please make sure that your students will be, or your students will not go to their next teacher empty. Make sure na hindi kayo magpapasa ng estudyanteng hindi competent because that will lead to a bigger problem. Kaya hindi tayo umaasenso eh. Or kaya hindi tayo nag-a-advance. Kasi ganun yung mentality natin. Ipapasa natin because they have to pass, not because they are deserving to pass. Ayan. Okay, masyado na tayong humaba dito. Punta tayo dito sa accomplished. At this level, a teacher possesses better qualities than the emerging teacher, and the content knowledge is much more solid. An accomplished mathematics teacher knows the effective pedagogies and strategies for mathematics and is able to manage the classroom learning environment satisfactorily. The accomplished teacher is more flexible than the novice and the emerging teacher. This teacher can adjust to different classroom situations at this level. So the mathematics teacher's disposition in mathematics and quest for new knowledge are worth emulating. Yan. So self-explanatory na naman to. Huh? And also, dito sa expert, ayan, hindi ka na siya uulitin ulit. Okay, so, to give you a better idea on the differences between novice, emerging, accomplished, and expert, you can refer to this figure and the qualities under them. Ayan. So, let passer, shifted to the teaching career, inexperience in the classroom, lacks flexibility. I will give you a test later on. You will have to determine the level of the teacher being described in each situation. Okay? So now, let's go to... Mabilis natin ito matatapos eh. And target ko talagang mabilis ito matapos. Kasi, doble-doble yung subject nyo sa akin. Kailangan na matapos natin to kaagad kasi may thesis kayo, may research kayo. So, I will be using that time, yung excess natin dito, I will be using that for your research. So, Chapter 4, Mathematics Content Knowledge of Teachers. Ayan. So, at the heart of all competencies of mathematics teachers is their competency in mathematics. The primary responsibility of mathematics teachers to their student is to know and understand very well the mathematics content that they are assigned to teach and more. This is a fundamental requirement. For how could they teach mathematics effectively for their students if they themselves do not understand it? So, wag ka magtuturo ng math kung hindi mo alam yung tinuturo mo. Napakadali namang intindihin ng math, hindi naman yan complicated. Number lang yan. Symbols lang yan. Just wait a moment. I am going to answer a phone call. I'm very sorry. Okay, let's continue. So, dito sa loob, Venn diagram siya. So, ang pinakang nasa loob, mathematics for kinder to grade 6. Itong lahat ng alam ng mathematics teacher ng kinder to grade 6, subset lang yan ng alam ng mathematics teachers for grade 7 to 10. And of course, yung mga nasa senior high, 11 and 12. So, hindi ka pwede magturo ng high school kung hindi mo alam ang laman ng mathematics ng elementary. Okay? Hindi naman kailangan na sobrang particular and detailed. So, for example, alam ko ang tinuturo sa kinder, ganito. Sa grade 2, ganito. Ang topic na yan, pang grade 5 yan. No, that is not the point. We are after the content as a whole. Hindi kailangan na alam mo kung paano i-pinpoint na dito yan sa grade level na yan. That is not the idea. The idea is that you are knowledgeable about the content of mathematics for kinder to grade 6. And if you are given the task to answer a certain problem for kindergarten to grade 6, you should be able to answer it without any difficulty. And if you are asked to teach um, the content for mathematics for kinder to grade 6, outside dito yung pedagogy o yung learning, yung teaching skill. But you should be able to explain it well to another person. Not necessarily dun sa level nung bata. For example, uh, grade 1 mathematics. Of course, there is a different theory or a different principle that grade 1 teachers follow in teaching mathematics for grade 1. And some of them are not being practiced by high school teachers. So, mahirap sa kanilang bumaba sa level. Kahit na sobrang dali ng math ng grade 1, hindi nila yun kayang ituro sa grade 1 because they are taught or trained to teach in the high school level. But at least, the content should be clear to them or they should be able to explain to another person the content of grade 1 mathematics or grade 2 mathematics or kinder to grade 6 mathematics. Ganun din pagdating sa sa mga nagtuturo ng college. So, dapat may mastery ka ng mga tinuturo sa kinder to grade 6, may mastery ka sa mga tinuturo sa grade 7 to grade 12, grade 7 to senior high school, junior high to senior high school. Bakit? Kaya ka nga nagtuturo ng mathematics majors because they will be the ones to teach mathematics for the secondary level. Yung iba, nagtuturo rin ng mathematics in the elementary level kahit na trained sila for secondary. So you have to have the mastery or you have to have the knowledge in teaching the mathematics content for all the three levels. Basically, yung tinuturo mo naman talaga dito. Ako, ang tinuturo ko pang sa inyo, yung mga kailangan yung matutunan. Pagtuturo sa high school, this is a lot different from what BS Mathematics students are taking up. So, kapag ka nagtuturo ka ng, ng math sa edu, significantly, mas madali siya. Kasi para ka lang din nagtuturo ng high school. Kasi yung mga kailangan nilang ituro sa high school, yun lang ulit yung nire-re-echo mo sa kanila pagdating ng college. Probably yung mga nakalimutan na nila nung high school sila. Parang parang nire-remind ko lang kayo ng mga dapat natutunan nyo na nung high school. Ganun naman talaga. If you will take notice whenever we have discussions or conversations, I always tell you na dapat alam nyo na yan. Dapat natutunan nyo na yan nung high school, di ba? Kasi kung ano yung mga tinitake nyo ngayon na subject sa akin, pero sa pero sa modern geom, abstract algebra, calculus, ituturo nyo yan sa high school. Yun. Trigonometry, geometry, algebra, not the abstract one. Lahat yan, ituturo niyo yan sa high school. So, nire-re-echo ko lang kung ano yung mga tinuro sa inyo ng mga high school teachers niyo before. Okay. Ayan. Ay, teka, hindi ko pala ito na-explain. So, pag mathematics teacher for kinder to grade 6, ayan, what elementary mathematics teacher should know. So, in preparation din sa mga bata na aakyat ng high school, they should at least have knowledge on high school mathematics. And then those teachers or those students who are aspiring to be high school teachers should have knowledge on all three circles. Dapat alam mo ang pang-elementary, alam mo ang pang-high school, alam mo rin ang pang-college. So, ano yung mga nadadagdag natin sa college? Ito pala yung sinasabi ko kanina. Ito yung hindi nyo naman talaga ituturo sa hindi nyo ituturo sa high school. Pero ito nuturo ko sa inyo, ngayong college kayo. Merong calculus. Pero itong calculus, medyo natatouch na siya sa grade 12, pero STEM lang. Kasi meron silang pre-calculus, which is mostly just advanced algebra, and analytic geometry. And then, meron silang basic calculus na parang katumbas lang siya ng ng mga tinik nyo noon sa Calculus 1, pero early chapters lang. Linear algebra, number theory, and discrete mathematics, these subjects are not being taught in the high school level, but you should have to have knowledge about it if you are targeting the secondary level. Ayan. So, mathematics teachers at the K to 6 grade levels should display the right amount of knowledge and competencies in the following areas. So, ano-ano yung mga dapat alam nyo, kasi secondary teachers kayo. Di ba nga dapat alam nyo yung kinder to grade 6? Ito dapat yon. You have to have knowledge in numbers and number sense. That is under number theory. Patterns, symbols, and functions. So that is algebra and trigonometry. Properties of geometric figures and measurements. Okay, geometry, trigonometry, sets, metric, non-metric. Contemporary mathematics. This is under discrete mathematics. Wala kayo nito sa curriculum, pero maganda rin sana to eh. Pero natatouch naman to ng konti sa logic. So may idea na naman kayo kung paano ang propositions, 'di ba? Logics and proposition, medyo under yun ng ng discrete mathematics. Tautology. Data handling, counting techniques, measures of chance, probability and statistics. Parang pang grade 5 yata to. Okay, on the other hand, mathematics teachers at the 7 to 10 and senior high school grade levels should display mastery in the aforementioned areas as well on the areas of calculus. Yan. College level number theory and logic. Set theory. So, content emphasis. So, table 1 on the next page indicates the content knowledge emphasis in the content preparation of elementary and secondary school mathematics teacher. The content emphasis have been classified according to the content classification used in the Trends in International Mathematics and Science Study TIMSS in 2003 called Content Strands. Nasa ano rin to? Parang nasa K to 12. Ang tawag mo dito? K to 12 syllabus din to. Okay. I-upload ko pag nahanap ko yung copy para makikita nyo rin kung ano yung laman per grade level. So, table 1, matrix of content emphasis in the kinder to grade 10, and then 11 mathematics curriculum that mathematics teacher should know. Ayan. So, numbers and number sense. Ano-ano yun? Describing correctly the structures and properties of other numbers, congruence modulo, and the like. Making conjecture involving the numbers in this system, proving conjectures and theorems involving numbers in this system. So, medyo inilagay ko na lang ay dito sa 7 to 10. Kasi, ito, required naman kayo talaga na malaman to before kayo mag high school. So, kilala ko na naman kayo. I think, alam nyo kung paano to gawin or alam nyo kung paano to ituro na. Ayan. So, you will see here how grade 6, kinder to grade 6 and 7 to 12 are interrelated. Okay. So, dito na tayo. Skip na muna natin or skip na natin to all together. These are the competencies that you should have as mathematics teachers. You can always read it using the material that I've handed you. Now, let's talk about content knowledge domains. I am not sure if you are going to encounter this during your LET or during your licensure examination exam, but I hope na mai-instill sa inyo ito. And this is also going to be useful sa research. Baka gusto nyo tong gawing research, pwede. So, content knowledge domains. So, we organize content knowledge according to 4 domains. The second part of Principle 1 basically reflects the need for teachers to be competent in each of the 4 domains. Ano-ano yun? Mathematical concepts. Next, mathematical processes. Followed by communication and connection. So, the domain of mathematical concepts refers to the content topics, principles, and theories within the field and subfields of mathematics. So, the domain of processes refers to the skills and processes in mathematics. These includes computing, problem solving, reasoning, and proving. So, again, mathematical concept refers to the content topic, principles, and theories. Pero pagdating sa processes, nandyan na yung mga application natin. So, the domain of communication refers to the language of mathematics, its notation, symbols, and various representations. And then, the domain of connections refers to the application of mathematics to real-life situation as well as to other disciplines. Now, what are the performance indicators? So, punta tayo dito sa ating table. So, performance indicators by domain of mathematical content knowledge. So, ang novice ay nandito sa unang column, N. Ang emerging ay pangalawang column, A ay accomplished at expert ay E. And then, meron tayong mga nakalagay dito na, ano ba tawag dito? Legend. So, kapag ka ito, 4-pointed star barely meets expectations. 5-point star substantially meets expectation. 6-point star greatly meets expectation. And then, ilang bang point? Mga 10-point star siguro to. Exceeds expectation. So the teacher knows and understands the concepts and principles of mathematics and its sub-areas or sub-disciplines. So the teacher passes a well-designed content examination for mathematics teachers. Ayan. So substantially meets expectation. 5-point star for all of the levels. It doesn't mean na wala kayong lisensya, hindi na kayo qualified na magturo. Hindi naman yun ganun. We are not defined by examinations, although yun yung dinidictate ng society. There are people who do not do well during exams but are very intelligent mathematically wise. Ganun din naman sa ibang sciences. May mga tao talaga na hindi lang magaling sa exams, but you cannot say that they are incompetent to teach mathematics. So please take note of that. So if in the future you find yourself, hopefully not, but if you find yourself na hindi pumasa sa licensure exam, just think of it as, paano ko ba i-explain? Basta wag kayong panghihinaan ng loob. Kasi it doesn't mean that you didn't learn anything from your mathematics subjects. I know both of you and you know how to answer most of the exercises that I give you. So, there are a lot of factors na dapat i-consider sa pagpasa or pag-fail ng isang estudyante sa licensure exam for teachers or ng isang teacher sa licensure exam. Basta, hindi ka dinedefine ng let. So, do not let define you because it is just an examination. That doesn't mean that you are not qualified. Okay, next, the teacher receives a passing rate in the performance evaluation in terms of knowledge and content. Ito, mas important to. Kasi hindi na to, minsan nasyasyambahan yan eh. Yeah, I know some people who are, I don't know, maybe in my own opinion, are not really competent enough. Sometimes I also think of myself as not competent enough because I have other weak areas here. So, content-wise, I know I am competent, but on other areas such as pedagogy, marami pa akong hindi alam. Marami pa talaga. Ito, yan. So, performance evaluation. Ito kasi written exam lang yan eh. Ito, kung ano ka talaga as a teacher, kung ano ka talaga sa teaching environment. So, dito, kapag ka novice ka, mababa muna yung expectation sa'yo. Siyempre, bago ka pa lang sa field eh. But if you are an emerging teacher, papataas habang tumatagal ka dun sa field, nadadagdagan yung expectation sa'yo. And hopefully, if you are considered an expert on the field, then you already exceeded the expectation of the people around you. Next, the teacher is aware of the assumptions and prerequisites of each mathematical concept. Ayan. So, dito, reflected in the teacher's lesson plans are appropriate prerequisite skills and knowledge of the current lesson. Dito, madalas, pagka novice ka, hindi mo alam kung anong i-review sa kanila kasi hindi mo pa sila kilala. It doesn't necessarily mean na bagong estudyante mo, hindi mo alam kung paano mo pakikisamahan. Pero kung matagal ka nang nagtuturo for the same level, for example, paulit-ulit mong tinuturuan ang grade 8. And every year, ang first topic ay, for example, functions. Alam mo na kung ano i-review mo sa kanila. If you're a novice teacher, you will only follow the book or the syllabus given to you. But if you are an emerging teacher, you should already have the knowledge that not everyone in your classroom is competent enough to handle the first topic in your curriculum or the first topic in your syllabus. Kailangan mo mag-perform ng review. Kailangan mo munang i-diagnose kung ready na sila o hindi. So, ganun din dun sa mga susunod. Papataas yan. So, teacher can arrange mathematics topics following their logical sequential order. There are some books that are a bit confusing. So, problem yan sa private school. Kung magsisimula kayo sa private school. There are a lot of books that do not know how to present a certain topic in a logical or sequential order. Hindi maganda yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng topic. Meron kang mga nauunang ituro na sa latter chapter pa pala yung idea behind it. So, if you are a novice teacher, you will be knowledgeable. If you are a novice teacher, medyo mangangapa ka pa. Hindi mo ma-foresee na, dapat pala may ituturo mo na akong may ituturo mo na ako mas mababaw sa kanila before I go to this topic. Similar with the idea of prerequisites. But if you are already an expert or experienced teacher, alam mo na yon. Before kayo magpunta dun sa topic na dapat mo talaga ituro, na-review mo na muna sila. Next, teacher understands the basic thinking processes. Ayan. Teacher demonstrates facility in using basic thinking, identifying, classifying, verifying, comparing, and contrasting. This is also visible during assessments. Ayan. So, sa variation ng test na ibinibigay sa inyo ng teacher. Sa pagkakaiba-iba ng types na ibinibigay sa inyo ng teacher. Yung isa na nagde-develop ng a certain skill and the other will develop another skill in mathematics. So, yung diversity nung content nung assessment. Mathematical processes. The teacher understands the higher order thinking process, problem solving, reasoning, and proving. Ayan. So, some of these are pretty self-explanatory. So, I hope that you will have the time to check this out because we are running out of time and I think I will have to cut it at this point because we don't have enough time. Ayun. Sige, ikakat ko muna siya dito sa part na to. Yan. And for the next lesson, we are going to talk about quest for excellence in mathematics content knowledge. Okay? So, thank you very much. And, nga pala, puro lang tayo dito, parang seminar type lang tong natin, tong principles of teaching subject natin. Puro terms, di ba? Puro explanation. So, how are we going to assess you? Paano kayo bibigyan ng grade dito? At the end of this term, hindi. At the end of this, siguro mga pre-finals na ako magbibigay ng activity. Ano yung activity na kailangan? So, you have to demonstrate the things that you have learned here in Principles of Teaching. How? By developing an effective lesson plan that will reflect how you will. Okay, mag-alala. Dito lang naman ako sa novice. Yan. Sa novice level. So, paano nyo i-reflect yung knowledge nyo in terms of the 4 domain. Ayan. So, development lang tayo ng lesson and lesson plan. Okay? So, thank you very much for having the lesson with me and see you next time. Bye!